Chosen one, this message you are about to hear is a divine revelation from the throne room of heaven. If you are here today, understand this is not a coincidence, not random, not chance. God Himself led you here because what He is about to say carries eternal weight. This is not just another word. It is a final call. God said, "Hear me for the last time." Don't miss this word. There are moments in life when heaven speaks once, twice, and then no more. When God repeats Himself, it is mercy. But when He says, "This is the last time," it is because the window is closing. This word is not casual. It is life or death in the Spirit. You've been praying for answers, but now heaven is demanding obedience. You've been waiting for breakthrough, but God is waiting for surrender. This is not about what you want anymore. It's about what God requires. Chosen one, the Spirit of the Lord is confronting delay, compromise, and distraction in your life. This is a rescue call wrapped in urgency. The Father is saying, "I cannot keep repeating myself. I cannot allow you to wander when your destiny is on the line. Hear me now, because missing this moment will cost more than you can afford." The weight of this word will not leave you. It will follow you until you respond. Before we go further, if your spirit bears witness to this word, don't delay. Like this message as your agreement, subscribe so you never miss the next divine instruction heaven sends. Drop your city and nation in the comments so we can see where the remnant of obedience is rising. And for those sowing and supporting this ministry, whether through the link pinned in the comments section or the Super Thanks feature, understand this: your seed is not random. It is a prophetic yes, a covenant response saying, "Lord, I hear you. I obey you. I align with your instruction." And may your seed rise as a shield before heaven, speaking on your behalf when the accuser points at your delay. Now, don't scroll away. Don't turn this off. Because in the next few moments, I'm going to walk you deep into what God meant when He said, "Hear me for the last time." And once you see it clearly, you'll understand why this is not just another message. It's a holy warning wrapped in mercy, but tied to urgency. One of the patterns of Scripture is this: God never allows a major shift, blessing, or judgment without giving a final word. He always warns. He always speaks. He always gives one last call before the next season arrives. He is not a silent God when transitions are near. He is a speaking God. He gives clear instructions, prophetic signals, and divine promptings so His people can prepare. What may seem like a small word to others is often a mighty alarm to the one who is listening closely. Before the flood came, God gave Noah instructions, Genesis 7 verses 1 to 5. Before the Red Sea opened, God told Moses to lift up his staff, Exodus 14 verses 15 to 16. Before Jericho's walls fell, God gave Joshua the strategy of marching and shouting, Joshua 6 verses 2 to 5. Before Jesus returned to heaven, He told His disciples to wait for the Holy Spirit, Acts 1 verses 4 to 5. These weren't random commands. They were prophetic setups. They were the keys that unlocked divine moments. One instruction carried the power to trigger a shift in history. In every case, the instruction came before the shift. The word came before the wonder. The command came before the miracle. God doesn't just bless randomly. He blesses strategically. And the strategy is always hidden inside obedience. That's why the enemy fights so hard to distract you from the last word God gave you. Because if you ignore that instruction, you forfeit the shift. But if you obey, you step into what eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Chosen one, what does this mean for you? It means the word you are hearing right now is not random. It is preparation. God is about to move in your life. But He will not move until you obey the final instruction He is giving you. This is not just another message. It's your signal from heaven. Pay attention. Obey swiftly and prepare, because a divine shift is closer than you think. Let me explain why the phrase, "Hear me for the last time," is so powerful. When God speaks like this, He is not saying you will never hear Him again. No. He is saying, "This is the last time I will repeat this instruction before the door closes." It is a phrase of urgency, a phrase of divine seriousness, a phrase that signals the closing window of mercy and movement. God does not stutter. When He repeats Himself, it is not for His benefit. It's for yours. And when He says it's the last time, He means you are now standing at the edge of decision. Think about Noah. God didn't keep repeating, "Build the ark," forever. There came a day when the rain started falling and the door was shut. Those who ignored the call had no second chance. No matter how loud they knocked, no matter how sorry they were, the door did not open again. The warning had gone out. The call had been made. The time for obedience had passed. The final call had expired. And with it, the opportunity to be saved. Think about Lot's wife. God gave the family the instruction, "Don't look back." That was a last call. It was not a suggestion. It was a final word with no room for hesitation. Lot's wife disobeyed, and she turned into a pillar of salt, Genesis 19 verse 26. Her delay was disobedience. Her nostalgia became her downfall. One look cost her everything. And again, the final call came before the judgment fell. God didn't wait for her to figure it out later. He expected immediate obedience. Think about the parable of the 10 virgins, Matthew 25 verses 1 to 13. The wise ones carried extra oil. The foolish ones delayed. They went out to buy oil, and when they returned, the door was already shut. That parable is not about lamps. It's about readiness. It's about recognizing when your moment comes and responding immediately. The final call of God is always about timing. It's about seizing the moment before the opportunity passes. And chosen one, hear me, your time is now. If there's one thing that kills destiny more than failure, it is delay. Failure can teach you. Failure can redirect you. But delay is subtle. It pretends to be harmless while draining your strength and stealing your future. Delay robs you of opportunities. Delay weakens your fire. Delay convinces you that you still have time, when you don't. It is the enemy of momentum and the silent killer of purpose. The enemy loves to whisper, "Don't worry. You can start tomorrow. You'll have another chance. You're not ready yet." These lies are coated in comfort but loaded with danger. Because what you think is just a pause is actually a setup for regret. Delay makes you think you're in control of time. But time is not yours to control. It belongs to God. And when He calls, He expects a response, not later. Now. What you don't realize is this: every time you delay, you lose a piece of your momentum. Every time you postpone obedience, you grow weaker instead of stronger. Passion fades. Vision gets blurry. Spiritual senses become dull. Delay is not just about missing out on blessings. It's about slowly drifting away from the voice that once burned in your heart. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes to say yes. Think about the Israelites in the wilderness. God promised them Canaan, but because of delay, because of unbelief, they wandered for 40 years. A whole generation died in delay. Their promise was just days away, but their hesitation turned a short journey into a lifetime of circles. Chosen one, the Spirit of God is warning you, do not waste another year. Do not waste another season. Do not waste another opportunity. Because what you postpone today could cost you everything tomorrow. But let me be clear, this word is not meant to crush you. It is meant to lift you. It is not to scare you. It is to give you hope. When God speaks with urgency, it is because something glorious is on the horizon. He is not threatening you. He is inviting you. He is not trying to punish you. He is trying to prepare you. The tone may be intense, but the heart behind it is love. Because when God says, "Hear me for the last time," He is not announcing your destruction. He is announcing your deliverance. He is saying, "I don't want you to miss what I have prepared for you. I don't want you to stay stuck when I have called you higher. I don't want you to drown when I've already built the ark of your safety." The final call is heaven's way of saying, "Time is short, but my mercy is still open." Think of Jonah. He ran away from God's call, but God sent a storm, then a fish, not to kill him, but to redirect him. That was Jonah's last call. And when he obeyed, an entire city, Nineveh, was saved. Think of Peter. After denying Jesus 3 times, Peter thought his destiny was over. But the resurrected Christ came to him by the Sea of Galilee and asked, "Do you love me?" That was Peter's last call. And when he obeyed, he became the rock on which the church was built. These were not moments of wrath. They were moments of restoration. God's final call is never about hopelessness. It is about hope. It is about pulling you out of your delay and setting you on fire again for your destiny. It is about God saying, "I still have plans for you. I still believe in you. I still want to use you." So don't run from the weight of this word. Embrace it. Let it awaken you, redirect you, and ignite you. Because if you respond, this moment will not be your end. It will be your new beginning. Let me bring this closer. Chosen one, God is speaking directly to you. That fear you've been carrying, drop it. I didn't give it to you, 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. That habit you keep entertaining, let it go before it destroys you, Hebrews 12 verse 1. That calling you've been running from, step into it now, for I have equipped you, Jeremiah 1 verses 5 to 8. That small thinking, cast it off. I have made you more than a conqueror, Romans 8 verse 37. These are not suggestions. They are divine instructions. They are heaven's response to your current situation. You've cried out for change. You've asked for breakthrough. But God's answer is not just comfort, it's command. He is not whispering. He is roaring. And the roar is for your freedom. The urgency is not because He is angry with you. It's because He refuses to let you miss what He's prepared. This is your moment of decision. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Heaven is saying, "Hear me for the last time." Not because God is impatient, but because destiny is urgent. The window is open, but it will not stay open forever. The season has shifted, but your response will determine whether you step into the promise or circle the same mountain again. So, what will you do? Will you keep making excuses? Will you keep running? Or will you surrender fully, finally, and completely? God has already said enough. The ball is in your court now. And the moment you move in obedience, the atmosphere around your life will shift. The moment you say yes, heaven will begin to move with you, for you, and through you. Don't miss it. Here's what I need you to understand: your obedience is not just about you. Your yes to God echoes far beyond your own life. It sets in motion divine chain reactions that ripple across generations. Romans 8 verse 19 says, "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed." That means the world is waiting, not for celebrities, not for politicians, not for influencers, but for you, for sons and daughters of God to finally rise, speak, act, and walk in authority. This means there are people waiting on your yes. Families are waiting for your breakthrough. Generations are tied to your obedience. Nations are connected to your assignment. Your private surrender affects public freedom. Your choice in secret determines someone else's victory in public. There are chains that will never break until you step into the fire of your purpose. There are lives that will never find light until you shine yours boldly. When you delay, it's not only your destiny you're putting on hold, it's the destiny of everyone attached to you. Every time you pause in fear, Every time you ignore the voice of God, every time you push His word aside for later, you're not just gambling with your own future. You are withholding freedom from people who need your obedience to unlock theirs. Delay is not passive. It is destructive. Think about Moses. If he delayed, Israel would have remained in Egypt. Think about Esther. If she delayed, her people would have perished. Think about Jesus. If he delayed, we would all still be in sin. The cost of hesitation is higher than you think. The longer you wait, the more weight you place on future regret. But when you say yes to God now, the heavens begin to rearrange everything for divine alignment. Your obedience carries weight. That is why God is saying, "Hear me for the last time." Don't miss this word. This is not just about blessing. It's about legacy. This is not just about a good season. It's about eternal purpose. Heaven is leaning in, waiting for your decision. And when you say yes, all of creation will breathe a sigh of relief because one more child of God has stepped into position. But here's the beauty of it: no matter how much time you've wasted, no matter how many delays you've entertained, God can redeem your time. He is not like man. He doesn't write you off because you were late. He doesn't cancel your purpose because you hesitated. He is the Redeemer not just of souls, but of time, seasons, and opportunities. When He steps in, He doesn't just resume the journey. You find yourself years ahead of where you should have been. Ephesians 5 verse 16 says, "Redeeming the time, because the days are evil." That means time is under attack. Procrastination, distraction, busyness, they all steal time. But God steps in as a divine restorer, reclaiming what was lost and compressing what would take years into moments. What you thought was wasted, He calls raw material. What you thought disqualified you, He uses as your testimony. What you thought would take forever, He does in one divine act of acceleration. God specializes in restoring lost years. Joel 2 verse 25 says, "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." Not just blessings. Not just feelings. Years. Time. Seasons you thought were dead. Doors you thought were shut forever. Dreams you buried. He brings them back to life. He gathers the fragments of your delay and crafts a future more glorious than your past. This is not wishful thinking. It is a promise backed by the throne of heaven. So even if you feel behind, even if you feel disqualified, even if you feel like you've missed too many chances, hear me. As long as you are alive, it is not too late. Breathe that in. If you're reading this now, it means mercy is still chasing you. Grace is still available. Purpose is still waiting. The same God who restored Peter, who redeemed Jonah, who gave Samson one last chance, is reaching for you right now. This is why God is speaking urgently, because He wants to redeem your time. He wants to accelerate your purpose. He wants to push you into the place you were created for. But He cannot do it without your agreement. He needs your yes. Your obedience is the ignition switch. Your surrender is the key. If you'll respond now, this won't just be a new chapter. It will be a new book written by the author and finisher of your faith. So, let me bring this to a close with fire. God said, "Hear me for the last time." Don't miss this word. This is not just another message. This is a divine interruption, a heavenly collision between your current situation and your eternal purpose. The urgency in this moment is not emotional hype, it is prophetic reality. Heaven is leaning in. The Spirit is whispering. The clock is ticking. And God is saying, this is your final reminder before the shift. Don't miss your arc. Like the people in Noah's day, they heard the warnings, they saw the signs, but they mocked the message and missed the miracle. Don't miss your freedom like Lot's wife. She was almost out, almost delivered, but her heart looked back and she froze in the past. Don't miss your door like the foolish virgins. They were invited, they were chosen, but they delayed, and the door was shut. God is showing us these examples so we don't repeat them. This is your season. This is your moment. This is your final reminder. Chosen one, don't just hear this word, act on it. Don't wait for a better time. There will be no better time. Don't wait to feel ready. Obedience is not about feelings. It's about faith. God is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to say yes, to take the step, to break the delay, to stop postponing what heaven has already ordained. Because what is coming is greater than what has been. Hear me well. This word is not to crush you. It is to ignite you. It is to set your mind ablaze, to put hope back in your heart, to awaken you to the urgency of heaven. Your time is now. Your destiny is waiting. Don't miss this word. Don't miss this moment. Don't miss this move of God. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Let's pray this prayer of faith together as one family. Almighty Father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we bow before your throne today, trembling under the weight of this word. Lord, you have declared, hear me for the last time. And we know this is not a casual moment, but heaven's final call, a trumpet blast into the spirit of your people. Father, every person under the sound of my voice has not stumbled here by chance. You yourself have ordered their steps because destiny is calling and purpose cannot wait. Right now, Lord, I cry out, let every scale fall from their eyes. Let every chain of fear, confusion, and compromise be shattered by your mighty hand. Where darkness tried to silence them, ignite a fire that cannot be quenched. Where weariness tried to break them, breathe fresh strength into their bones. Where despair whispered lies, thunder with the voice of truth that brings hope unshakable. Lord, let this word burn like Jeremiah's fire shut up in their bones. Let it awaken the dreamer who gave up, the warrior who grew tired, the chosen one who doubted their worth. May they rise in boldness. May they step into the authority you placed upon them. May they carry themselves as sons and daughters of the living God. Father, let this not just be another message, but a divine encounter that changes the course of their life forever. And Father, for every heart that will cling to this word, for every hand that will share it, for every voice that will spread this fire, release a blessing that shakes their very foundation. Let favor run them down. Let provision overflow. Let healing touch every hidden wound. Let restoration spring forth like rivers in a desert. Father, crown them with victory where they once knew defeat. Seal